Hi, VanLife family. Welcome to Mental Health Monday. So, for this Mental Health Monday, it's going to be short as I'm getting myself transitioned and back into the groove of expressing my stuff and doing videos again since I've taken this hiatus. Thank you, first of all, for being very patient. Thank you for my Patreon patrons, because without you guys, getting back into video making would probably be impossible. So thank you for financially supporting videos on this channel through Patreon. And if you're not a patron yet, go on over and log in to become one. So I want to just touch a little bit on how I'm doing with this transition mentally. Change can be a big disruptor of your mental health. We all know that. And for me, this is a humongous change, especially since it's a change that I don't welcome nor want, but I'm doing out of obligation, really. And I'm trying to get over that while dealing with my mental processing of it because I don't want to resent anyone, but I do feel that resentment seed within me because I am resenting the fact that I have had to uproot my life, my lifestyle, and basically my own mental health. I've had to basically put my mental health in jeopardy because this change that's taking place is affecting me mentally. I've had some small anxiety attacks. I've kept those to myself. I feel like I wouldn't say on the verge, but approaching the verge of a little bit of a breakdown because the change that's taking place has made other changes, domino effect, happen, which are not changes that I was ever expecting to take place. And I'm trying to be, and I know I'm being very cryptic here because I don't want to be hurting people's feelings, but I also want to be true to myself because I have to look out for me because nobody else is going to look out for me but me. So I have to look out for myself. So that's why I'm not saying names. I'm sure they're watching and they know. And I don't feel like I'm in control of my life right now. I feel like I'm being controlled and I don't like that feeling. I went on this journey to live in a van first for reasons of living on less money because I don't make a lot of money and didn't make a lot of money at the time I started this. I still don't I make less money than I did at that time when I started this journey. I also went on this journey to challenge myself a little bit to see if I could do it. I also went on this journey to discover whatever it was that I wanted to discover about myself, living the lifestyle. And then when I decided after the first 2 years of being stationary in Virginia, living in a van, that I wanted to hit the road. Once I made that decision, I wanted to discover the country. I wanted to meet other people. I wanted to do some things. And once I had that 2 years of doing those things, that showed me who I really was to myself. It showed me what I really loved about myself. It showed me this was the lifestyle for me, and this is what I was missing in my life. So to now be forced to go back to the lifestyle that was killing me, and I do mean killing me because physically it was killing me, mentally it was killing me, and now I'm putting myself in the position to go back to that lifestyle that was killing me. And it's not because it's something that I want to do or it's something that I signed up for willingly. This was thrust upon me, and I'm not happy about it. So internally, there's a war and a storm going on, and I am really struggling physically, mentally, emotionally, every of the lees. So that's why I know I've been having some small panic attacks I've had to hold my tongue and not say what I want to say. I've had to shut my feelings down, which I have been able to be completely open and free and speak my mind for the last 4 years with little regard to other people's feelings, because I'm taking care of myself. And if you don't like it, you don't have to be around me. I'm really struggling. I just can't say that enough. I'm really, really struggling. So I have been trying to figure out and come up with ideas or plans on how I'm going to navigate this new situation, because it's not going anywhere and it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere anytime soon. So I'm going to have to live through this struggle and figure out how to navigate it and to hopefully minimize it. So I have to get back to a mental health professional. So once I'm more settled in an area, because right now I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit. So once I'm settled, and I'm hoping that's going to take place in the next week or two, once I'm settled and can find a mental health professional on a sliding fee scale, then I will do that. Once I have some kind of job and insurance, then I do plan to go back to my psychiatrist that I had previously. So that's the goal. That's kind of the first goal, is to seek a mental health professional. The second thing is trying to carve out some kind of time to be completely alone by myself. That has been so difficult. It's one of the main reasons why I have not been able to do videos, is because I'm really finding it difficult to find time alone. So if I can't find time alone, it's very difficult to sit and make a video, because I require at least 30 minutes to an hour to film a video. Editing can be done when I'm not alone. I prefer to do it alone, but I can do it with headphones on when other people are around. But to shoot a video, I really need to be by myself. I don't like a lot of background noise in my videos, and it's difficult to do when other people are around that. But I'm trying to figure out how I can carve out a little bit of alone time where I can just decompress, not necessarily shoot a video. That's separate alone time that I need to find, but I need to find time every single day where I can be by myself and decompress, because of so much stress that has come on me in the past. I think it's been a month now that the stress level has exceeded my tolerance level. I just don't have the capacity within me to go back to my old ways. I really don't want to. But I'm, like I said, like I keep saying, I'm being forced to, and it's very, very hard. So I'm really having to hold my tongue. I'm really having to just listen and not say a word, because if I say something, it's either going to be taken the wrong way, or I'm going to really come off as offensive and bitchy. Because I do feel that way. I feel bitchy. I'm in a bad mood every day. My body is now being affected by the fact that I'm in a bad mood every day. So I have a lot of tension in my body, which with my joint condition makes all my joints hurt even worse. My usual methods of pain relief are not working. So I'm actually taking over-the-counter arthritis Tylenol, which you guys know I do not like taking actual medicine, but I'm starting to take that a couple of times a week now, just to alleviate some of the pain. I'm physically exhausted all the time. I'm seeing that I need way more sleep, because my body is just so physically exhausted. Whereas I could usually go a couple of days without sleep with my insomnia when it kicks in. Even going on 4 to 6 hours of sleep and getting done what I normally would get done, living my life nomadically. Now, because I am required to do so much physically every day in the situation and lifestyle that I'm living, that I'm needing like 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Of course, I'm not getting it, but my body is requiring way more sleep, because I'm really physically carrying a lot of stress and tension and hurt and pain in my body. And I'm also physically doing a lot more. And so things are hurting because of that as well. So I'm really evaluating the fact that, yes, this lifestyle does negatively impact my health, physically and mentally. So for those of you wondering, yes, this living in sticks and bricks is not for me. I automatically know that as soon as I'm able to go back to being nomadic, I will. And I don't know when that will be. That could be a month, it could be 6 months, it could be a year, it could be 5 years, it could be 15 years. I don't know what the situation looks like right now. It's way too early to determine how long I'm going to be needed living this lifestyle. But as soon as the door opens for me to go back on the road full time, I will be walking through it no matter what vehicle I'm in. The other stress I'm having is the fact that I have to sell the new van that I bought this back in June. So yes, that has to be sold. And so I'm stressing about that because once I sell it, then I'm going to, until I can buy something else, I'm going to be dependent on others for transportation, because it just doesn't make sense to rent a car and use money renting a car that could be put into purchasing another car. So there's the stressors of that. And it's starting to get cold already. So I hate doing public transportation when it's cold, and it's not necessarily the most convenient thing. So I'm just stressing about so many things right now. I'm stressing about finding work because I like doing YouTube videos. I like being on the move, traveling, living on less. And now I have to go back to finding a real job, which requires me probably going back to what I was doing before. So that means working with children. I don't want to do it, but it's the last thing I did, and it's probably something that I'll be able to get again. Or I'm going to have to work retail, which I really don't want to do because I don't want to work weekends. I want to be able to have weekends available to me, especially when spring comes, to be able to go and do stuff and travel a little bit around this area in the East Coast as much as I can within, certain parameters of weekend travel, because it really is going to kill me if I cannot do any kind of camping or something once the weather gets good again, March, April time. It's already going to be difficult for these next several months to not be in a vehicle, in my van, and in this cold. I already am starting to feel the seasonal depression creeping in on me. As soon as this weather started getting cold, I just automatically started feeling headaches and just everything. Like I'm supposed to be in Arizona. My whole being about me is like, you're supposed to be in Arizona. You're not supposed to be here in this cold right now. So I'm already dealing with that. So getting settled in Northern Virginia is going to be cold. It's supposed to be a really bad winter, and having to work a job where I have to leave out of the house and go into the cold and deal with traffic and deal with slick roads. And I just am not looking forward to it at all. There's really nothing I can do working from home that's going to afford me to be able to rent a place in Northern Virginia. The area is expensive. I need to make a certain amount of money to afford an apartment. It's just, even my car insurance went up when I changed over to Virginia. It went up by $100 and some. So it's like, great. Just so many things are stressing me out. Anyway, going back to what I'm trying to do to navigate this, because I totally went somewhere else. So trying to carve out that alone time to decompress. I'm trying to get back into some sort of journaling and tracking my moods. Even though I really don't need to necessarily track my moods, I already know what is causing my moods to be the not good moods. I already know what the cause is, but I still want to track it in a journal, just a couple of sentences each day at the end of the day on how my day was and what my mood overall was, just so I can try and hold on to the days where I have a good mood, just try and hold those on and keep that light, because my light is diminishing a little bit, and I can feel it internally. So I'm just trying to hold on to what good I can in this situation. There is some, but not enough good to outweigh the negative, I'm sorry to say. There's just not, for me, looking at just for me, based on other people who I am making the change for, I'm sure there's more good for them than it is negative. But for me, there's more negative than it is good. So I'm having to look at as much good as I can in the situation and work through my feelings. It's going to take a while. I can't just turn it on and off like that and just be happy. I can't do it. It's going to take me a while to decide and rectify and come to grips with and all those things. I just am not there yet. I'm just not there yet. So I don't know yet what else I can put into my arsenal as far as dealing with my mental health. So I'm not sure how much peer support you're going to get out of this particular Mental Health Monday, because I really don't have any support for you, because I'm trying to find support for myself right now. So hopefully next month's Mental Health Monday will be a little bit better, because I am struggling. But just know that I'm trying to find good. I'm trying to find light. I'm trying to find the fun. Most of my friends the last few years have been nomads. And even though you guys, I love you to death, I really do. But some of you are reaching out to me excited about either getting on the road for the first time or getting back on the road and heading back to Arizona or the West Coast. But it really depresses me. It depresses me seeing all the fun that you're having that I'm supposed to be right there having too. So it really, really is. I've stopped watching all van dwelling videos. I'm just watching crafting stuff right now, because at least living in sticks and bricks gives me time to craft. I wish that was a way that I could make a substantial amount of money, was crafting, because then I could just sit at home and craft and make money. Trust me, if I can figure it out, I will. But yeah, I've had to really take a break from watching anything van related, because it's just making me even more resentful of staying here and being stationary and having to sell my van and having to put my life on hold. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. This is over 20 minutes of ramble, so I'm going to stop and wind it up. So, and I will try and update you on what's working, what's not working. Definitely go down in the comments, and if you have suggestions, let me know. And I will continue to be as open and honest as I can be. I know there was a lot of criticism going on here. I don't even know if that's a word, but I can't name names. I can't give specific situations. There's a lot I cannot say and probably will not be able to say over the coming months, year, whatever this situation takes, but I will be as open as I can in other areas that I can. So I love you. Thank you so much for sticking out this hiatus with me. It was way longer than I thought it was going to be. In November, we will start again with videos. You will not be getting daily videos. You will probably be getting weekly videos from me. There will be a little bit of cooking, crafting, living in sticks and bricks kind of things. We'll do some random live chats. I'll try and give you a couple of days notice before I do those. And I don't think Freaky Fridays are going to start up again, maybe until January. I think I'm going to hold those off until January. So give me a couple of months to get settled, and then we'll start doing Freaky Fridays every single month on the second Friday of the month beginning in January. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go back and watch from the very beginning so you can see how I got to where I am right now. I'll see you next time. Check out the journey from day 1 through now, or check out one of the other playlists available. Thanks for watching.